Infected is basically various themes running through the album, but taking the idea of desire as an illness and the manifestations of desire on a global level and on an individual level. On a global level, for instance, where you've got the ideological pollution, which occurs when the West meets the Third World, in places like South America, Africa, Asia, for instance. And on an individual level, the struggle between corruption and innocence, and the way that desire corrupts the soul and character and causes perversions. Basically, the idea of also the kind of symbols that I'm using, biblical symbols, essentially like devils, angels and things, and a heavy use of the elements, both natural elements and the physical elements. It's essentially about the Western Empire, symptoms and causes of the decline of the Western Empire, AIDS, heroin, test tube babies and nuclear terrorism, say 4 things which occur in the album. Essentially, what I've tried to do, after having 25 years of like images and propaganda shoved into my head, is throwing them all back, and it represents 1986. Musically, lyrically and visually, I'm just trying to represent, from a British viewpoint, the way that I see things in the Western world. Well, I'm like the player manager, I suppose, after that. But really, for each project, I gather together a lot of different people. For instance, on Infected, there were 62 musicians, 4 directors, 3 co-producers, a painter, photographer, as well as various other people. So it's a large-scale project, and making this film, and there's a book coming out as well with the same title. But essentially, I just bring the people together and direct, as well as write a lot of the stuff as well. But I am the only permanent member, really. No, I don't deliberately set out to shock, but the subject matter that I'm dealing with, people find a bit... I'm basically dealing with most of the taboo subjects, or, well, they're not really that taboo anymore, but censorship perimeters seem to be closing in the past couple of years. But for instance, on the last single, Infected, which was effectively banned by Radio 1, the sleeve of that was a deliberate attempt to shock. It featured a painting by my brother, Andy Dogg, that does with the paintings for of a devil masturbating, wearing a marigold washing up glove. And the reason I chose that sleeve, because it was meant to offend the kind of people that will be horrified by what they see on page 1 of, say, The Sun, but be titillated by what they see on page 3. It was a direct ploy to really shock the moral majority or the moral minority or whatever. And effectively, it was banned from record stores, and the T-shirt was banned from record stores as well. A lot of my subjects, for instance, on the track Heartland, there was a line in it which said the piss stink in shopping centres. Now, if you go to shopping centres, Elephant and Castle and all these places, the only way to describe them is piss stinking. They stink. They're disgusting. And I'm just using realistic language to describe things. And I took that line out, and they actually played the record, and it did quite well.